passed the single danger. What the heck? Oh my god, I killed my mission. Oh my god, right at the end, folks. What the heck? No. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Train Sim World, where we are back in the Great Western Express, about to play the 2P68 Oxford to London Paddington mission. This mission here requires 10,500 AP for a platinum medal. This actually happened to be one of the very last of the Networker Turbos. The next last Networker Turbo is actually doing the same mission in the opposite direction. Even if you look at the precipitation and wetness, it's practically identical, just going in the other direction. To see what's going to be different between at least this Networker Turbo of November 20th and that Networker Turbo of June 14th. Let's get right into this. All right, we have a 3-car Networker Turbo. It is raining outside. Oh, actually, no, it's not raining. It is snowing. Okay, that is exactly what is different, folks. So the other one is probably going to be doing something a little different. So with that said, let's go ahead and turn on our wipers to max so we don't accidentally forget that. Might as well turn on our gauge dimmer. To go ahead and turn on the cab light temporarily. Train lighting, we're going to turn that on for our passengers. Up at the top to turn on our warning system. Emergency brakes already set just fine. TPWSIS is isolated to normal. DSD is going from isolated to normal. Everything else up here should already be set to normal. Behind us, we have our AWS fuse. We just need to turn that on. It is currently 17:30, but it is really dark outside, so I think this would be a good time to do night headlamp mode because it's only going to be later, as you can tell. And with that said, do we have passengers already loaded up? We do. What station are we even in? Let's go to the outside cam for just a second. This looks like it is Reading Station. I do believe that is correct. It's got its weird shadows and everything going on here. Yes, it is Reading Station. We are in the right place. Let's unlock the master key. I just realized there's a little toggle down here we can't actually use. What is that toggle for, folks? Does anybody happen to know what that's for? Please tell me. Anyways, unlock the master key. Reverser goes to forward. Press Q. Throttle. Then we could just go right into, might as well just go to throttle 7 and get us moving. Our first stop here on our journey is Twyford. After Twyford, we go to Maidenhead, Slough, Langley, Iver, West Drayton, Hayes Harlington, Southall, Ealing, Broadway, and finally London Paddington. This is going to be kind of a challenging mission. I don't know if I'm going to have to do post-processing the entire mission. I really don't want to, because that would just be dumb to have to do it for the entire mission all the way through. With that said, I am only supposed to go 30 here. Why is that only 30? What is up with that? Okay, we're going to slow myself down then. Wow, I can't really see out in front here, but let's go ahead and go back up to 90. That would be fine. And I probably should contact the dispatcher, who's already going to tell me everything is good to proceed. We'll just honk the horn just for the heck of it, folks. We're just going to do that. First off, thank you guys for the 900 subscribers bonus. I just got 900 subscribers not very long ago. Maybe by the time you guys see this, I'm pushing 1,000 subscribers. Who knows? But I do appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Do appreciate each and every one of you for being here to kind of learn a little bit about train sims, and not just train sims. Yeah, so if the outside looks a bit like this, I can get away with not needing post-processing because those lights back there will be like glowing like crazy and everything. Post-processing, by the way, whenever I do it and I set it up, it takes at least 2-3 hours for it to render properly, and that is a very long time. No thank you. So we're going to try to make this work. I gotta appreciate this right now. So if you think about the time period in November, everything looks black and white. This is pretty darn close to reality. The lights you see on the singles, that should be about the only thing that you see in real color. And even the card in the light, those should be a little, there it is. I see a little red there. That is awesome. Everything else is this nice black and white color. That is basically how we see things with our eyeballs. So when I'm actually looking out here, this is probably spot on. You know, I can't complain. I've been looking at the graphics issue and I'm kind of wondering, would it be better if I purchased a better graphics card versus trying to upgrade the entire computer, since the entire computer so far seems to be pretty decent. As much as I wouldn't mind getting an upgraded computer, I just can't afford it right today, right now, you know. But if I do an upgraded graphics card, I can buy one maybe for 300 bucks, maybe 400 bucks, somewhere around there, and get at least a little bit better output to kind of manage my heating cheating that's happening with this particular game, with this particular graphics card. Don't get me wrong, the 1080 Ti has been absolutely a joy. I wished I got the 2080 Ti when I originally bought the computer, but at the time I couldn't afford to pay for that little simple upgrade, so I went with the 1080. I have just been out on RTX ever since. Sure, I'm not missing anything on ray tracing for the most part, right? Ray tracing, whatever. If I do an upgrade, I just don't know what I would get. I wouldn't mind getting a 2080, but that thing's ridiculously priced. Who wants to pay that much? I could get a, 3060, a 4060. Those two I think can run on my power supply. We'll have to see, and we'll have to play that by ear. Now, folks, after driving a really long 10-car HST train, we have to remember we're in a networker turbo here, so we're now about 1 mile away from Twyford. It is wet, so we probably should just, lay off the throttle. We're just going to kind of coast along, and from there, automatically hit the first braking. Let's see if we can slow down enough to not blaze through Twyford. If I blaze through Twyford, whatever, that is my fault, but I'm going to try to make this stop in the snow, and we're going to try to see if we can make this happen. But here we are. Welcome to Twyford, folks, in the dark. Let's go ahead and blow the horn so at least people on the platform realize there is a train moving towards them that may or may not stop at this platform. I really want to stop at this platform because I don't want to screw up my AP score this early in the game, but you can see I'm kind of reducing my throttles here. I think we got this pretty good. The people on the platform are all waiting for me. Really nice. Thank you, people, for staying off the yellow line in this. You're all walking in formation. That's just excellent, but my train needs to kind of keep coasting just a touch more. I can't see anything because that darn little window. I hate when windows are like that. Even in my own car, I just wipe that sort of thing away. Like, how do you see where you're stopping if you don't know where the end of the stop is because of your window? Jeez, man, that's kind of crazy. 15, 12, 11. Let's just go ahead and full stop this one. That will be right there. Perfect. Yes, there we go. Unlock the left doors. Let's hop on outside. And where are the people? Where are the people? Come on. There we go. Much better. Folks, because I did this with photo mode, we're going to see if the stars are out and it stops snowing. Let's see what happens. I am super curious. Yes, the stars came out and the snow is gone. Photo mode really breaks the game. I just love that. So we're not going to have any more snow for the rest of the episode. So what do I do with this? I don't know. I probably should keep the wipers on for safety just in case it comes back. All right, guys. I put snow mode back on. There's not a cloud in the sky, which is kind of hilarious how that happened. Let's go ahead and put some fog and maybe no clouds. Let's go and put some clouds in there because we want some clouds. It's supposed to be kind of cloudy, right? Where are the clouds? I don't see any clouds. This is just dumb. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and try this cloud level, and we got our snow back. Yay! Our game is working. Wait, where's the snow? Where's the snow, folks? The snow disappeared again. What the heck? Well, it worked for just 5 seconds, and that was it. With that said, our passenger loading is almost done, so we're going to go ahead and lock the left doors as soon as that progress bar comes all the way up and turns, I think, green. That's what I saw last time. It doesn't even turn green here. What the heck? I personally prefer the previous progress bar where it's a little circle. I don't really like Train Sim World barber pole. It just kind of sucks, It's just not something that I like here. Why can't I throttle up? What's going on with my throttle? There's my throttle. Why am I not moving? Why is it not moving? What the heck, man? Emergency brake on, brake off. All right, fine. Neutral. Oh, I accidentally turned this off. Oh, I get it. Okay, no wonder I can't go anywhere. How did I turn this off? I must have bumped something in photo mode. Well, anyhow, let's move on to Maidenhead in 6.7 miles. Let's actually see what's going on with the environment. I'm kind of curious. Just no, it's just gone. I've ruined the mission. Whatever, I've ruined the mission. Let's hope maybe we get some snow down in Maidenhead. Who knows? Photo mode just killed the game. I can't enjoy it anymore. Darn it, man. Darn it. Well, now I'm going to be stuck with these crappy windows without any snow. Wait. No, those are just stars. I thought that was actually snow, but I swear I saw something drip on there, but I guess not. With that said, since we can't enjoy the snow anymore, let's talk about Oxford Railway Station. This is not to be confused by Oxford Parkway Railway Station. There is 2 stations in Oxford. Oxford Railway Station was one of the 2 that was put in 1844. It was put in 1844 with a terminus station in wherever Western Road Grand Pont is. Oxford Line is actually considered a starting point for fast and local trains to London Paddington and, oh my god, London Marylebone, and for local trains to Reading, Worcester, and Banbury. Oxford is about the same distance as Reading. They could have easily incorporated Oxford as a line in Train Sim World. Why they didn't? was probably related to how much memory it would have taken up to have one line going all the way to Oxford as opposed just to do Reading to London Paddington. She happens here as you go from Oxford to Reading and then Reading to London Paddington. The idea of what's going on with this train. Fortunately, whatever, we don't get the opportunity to see Oxford ourselves except for this video where I can put up screenshots for you about Oxford Station. So I'll try to put a couple up here. One about the new station, what you would see if you went to Oxford today and you hopped on a Great Western rail line, and then one from way back in the 1800s when you hopped on a steam locomotive to do pretty much the exact same thing. Originally, the Oxford and Rugby Railway was the one that was building the line in 1845. They built the line starting from a junction at New Hingsty, and this was actually about 3/4 of a mile. Why is my game? Oh my god, I got screwed because I was using another button. No, don't do it. It's too early to get screwed. Let me say this again now that I'm not being screwed over by the AWSGA. The Oxford and Rugby Railway was building its line. Again, what I was trying to say is about 3/4 of a mile south of the Great Western Railway terminus. So this is essentially another company encroaching on Great Western Railway. This is why, again, Great Western Railway went with the Brunel system of broad gauge rail, the Brunel system of railroad tracks and everything kind of centered around that idea. The junction itself at the time by Oxford and Rugby Railway was known as the Millstream Junction and was between the future site of Hingsey's Halt and Abington Road Halt. Both of these were opened in 1908. The Great Western Railway took over the Oxford and Rugby Railway while it was still being built. They did not let this competitor win the race and build a rail line and take over potential market share, so they took it over and they opened the line officially as far as Banbury by 1850. Who knows? Who would have thought that, like, as a competitor you go, oh my god, this guy's doing something really cool, he's building in a really good area, let's pay them money, we're going to take over the building, we're going to take over everything, and we're going to run the rail line. And not just that, they saved a huge amount of money because the rail line had already been mostly built by the time they bought it out. In the course of about 2 years, trains from Oxford to Banbury started at Grand Pont and had to reverse at Millstream Junction in order to continue the journey. Eventually, over time, this had to officially change, but that was essentially how it had to go. The Ore Line, or the Oxford Rugby Railway, the Ore Line with an extra R on it, keep that in mind. This included a through line station that went all the way down to Park End Street. When this originally opened with the extension of the line from Banbury to Birmingham in 1852, the original Grand Pont terminus was officially closed to passenger services. You can no longer go to Grand Pont. The old station at Grand Pont became eventually a good depot. This in itself was closed by 1872. 1872, by the way, was also the day that broad gauge tracks was removed from any tracks north of Didcot. The site of the station then was sold off, and the track bed from Millstream Junction, some 66 chains in length, was also sold off along with it. Great Western Railway realized they did not need this whatsoever. By the way, in case you want to know, my train is designed to go 90 miles an hour. We are not going to go 90 miles an hour because we need to drop down not only to stop at Maidenhead, we also need to drop down to 75 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and get that train dropped. There is no more snow on the windows. My windows are finally clear. Who knew playing photo mode will just ruin your game? That's just dumb, man. Alright folks, welcome to Maidenhead. We are stopping at about 700 yards, give or take, and we need to come to a complete stop. We're about 46 miles an hour. I'm going to try to see if I can do this. This is only on train break 1, all the way from 1 mile all the way to a stop. This is kind of what you want to do when you're trying to stop in that 3-car network or turbo. You're stopping about a mile out. You're just applying the brakes a little bit and kind of measuring your distance and kind of seeing where you are. Press Q as you need to and just kind of roll up into the station. Maybe honk the horn a little bit just in case there's somebody on the yellow line. You want to kind of say, hey dude, get out of the way. This is actually pretty good if you think about this. 1 mile on train break 1. I'm probably gonna have to bump this up because it's, the stop's coming up a little bit quicker here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do train break 3 to get me down to 10 at least, so that way we can just kind of coast along. There we go, perfect. We're now under 10 and we can just ease our way. Are we late? We are of course late because I have my AWS stop, and because this is 2015, the Great Western Express was notoriously late complete pretty much for almost every network or turbo route that existed, folks. That's all I gotta say. We made a full stop. I love that lady's suitcase. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually perfect for Halloween, given that suitcase style there. Let's go ahead and unlock the left doors. We're gonna unload them. From there, we go to Slough straight away. So that's gonna be exciting. We're already technically halfway through our mission. That's not true. It's only 3 stops to the beginning, followed by who knows how many after that. All right, we are taking off for Maidenhead, folks. This is actually a kind of a nice station here. I wish I had more snow, but I've tried to trigger the snow, but it's broken. It's gone, folks. Maybe I should stop taking pictures in the snow. Who knows? But yeah, so we're going to be going 90 miles an hour all the way to Slough. And with that said, let's get back inside our cab as we roll on out of wherever we were just at Maidenhead there. Yeah, so I tried to trigger the snow again. As you can see, the window got frosted up there. It didn't get frosted up here, but I'm not gonna turn the wipers off because I'm a little scared that if I turn the wipers off, I'm gonna get screwed because I didn't use proper safety systems. You know what I mean? So we're gonna leave it on all the way to the end of the mission, and we're just gonna deal with it. I'm gonna try to report this as a bug because it's kind of an important bug that when you use photo mode, you basically screw up your game. Oxford Station was eventually rebuilt by the Western region of British Railways in 1971. Keep in mind the rail line had moved from being a private company to nationalization to being a private company again. The further improvement of this particular station was carried out during 1974, including the provision of a new travel center and new main building and footbridge were added by 1990 by Network Southeast. Planning permission was granted for the expansion to support the proposed Turn railway services to London Marylebone, and the service was subsequently launched in 2016. Not all that long ago when this was officially launched. I don't even know what I'm going to do if we're ever going to show turn every single time. I might actually have to bleep myself every time I say the word show turn. All right, folks, so let's get back into it. Meanwhile, the council and Network Rail developed a master plan for further development of Oxford Station. There's planned to build a construction of an additional platform. Whether that platform was officially built, you all will have to let me know. If that was started in 2016 and they've not finished it and shut down railway line over and over again, I could totally understand, folks, because a lot of the projects on the Great Western Main Line take forever. An example of this is flood remediation work south of the station at Hinksey ended up having pretty much a lot of services curtailed and replaced by buses to and from Didcot Parkway in July and August of 2016. This allowed the track bed to be raised by 2 feet. Keep in mind we're playing this in 2015 when it was 2 feet less, so as you are seeing it today as we ride along the Great Western Express, we are 2 feet underneath the track bed of where you have it in today's line. And with that said, these culverts were installed to reduce the impact of flooding by the nearby River Thames upon the railway itself, which also of course caused service disruptions and service interruptions on many occasions over the years. Not just that, let's go ahead and also do bridge repair work at the same time at Hamborough and signaling alterations at Banbury. All of this also caused service disruption. All of this was about £18 million, and this was completed by 2016. We're about to hit 90 miles an hour. This is perfect. I can't believe I finally made it. Headlight night. Yes, I did turn on the headlight night. Are you telling me I accidentally bumped the headlight mode? I probably did. My lights are shining. They should be shining. There's a button here, and I need to know what button that is for headlights because I keep bumping it accidentally. I don't know what I'm... Oh my god, not again. Not again. Don't do that to me again. Anyhow, we're about a mile away from Slough. This would be a good time just to go all the way to 90, just to kind of bump it up and just keep your speed going. Hit that 90 mile an hour. That's actually a perfect time to then drop your throttle off and then start your brakes and roll yourself down because we're going to be hitting the 75 zone in about 800 yards, give or take, and that hopefully will drop down just right to hit that. And meanwhile, we'll be hitting Slough in 0.9 miles. And if I did all of this right, I should be rolling right into that 75 zone just as I drop under 75, as you can see there. Press Q because you know it's going to happen. And then if I did this right, I should be hitting that like 900 feet or 900 yards. And this is probably the point where I probably should bump a little bit more brake. I want to try to be under 40, preferably by the time I hit 500 yards. All right, there we go. 500 yards. And we are just now bumping under 40. So we're going to go ahead and do train brake 3 because I think we want to be a little bit less than that. Once we get to 20, I think that's where we can just lay it off and just kind of coast along a little bit. I know the people in the cars are like, whoa, every time I stop the train, right? oh my god. And then here I go again, oh my god again, right? Especially right now because I've got to stop a little bit more than this. So here we are, finally, we are at Slough Station. Yay, everybody loves Slough Station, right? As far as I hear, every time I talk to someone about Slough, they're just like, thumbs down. Slough is a worst place to go. Don't visit Slough. But I think it's nice. I think it's a good station. I've actually talked a whole lot on the history of Slough in one of my episodes here. So if you want to learn about it, watch more of the Great Western Railway here. Where is that guy going? Where is he going? He's going somewhere. Let's go ahead and unlock the left doors. Maybe he'll come back because he's going that way. But what's he doing? He's like trying to escape out the door there. Oh yes, he is going on the train. Go back and get on your train, sir. You do not need to be going off onto the railroad track and cause major service disruption by me canceling 5 routes. That will be dumb. Where are you even going? I am super curious. Are you even going in a train car? Because you had a chance to go in that one. Why didn't you go in this one? And there you go. Go on it, and you blinked out, and you're probably in the car somewhere. Alrighty, locking left side doors. The doors are locking. Anybody else who wants to go in? Nobody else wants to go in. They're all waiting for this other train that's not here yet, which I swear this line right here, this one here should be closed, but I guess it is not, so that's totally fine. Next stop is Langley in 2.2 miles. Won't be very long to get there. Let's go ahead and watch our train depart the Slough Station. Now, Oxford Station has always been relatively a busy station, and services that exist at Oxford, you previously used to see the Wycombe Railway, Oxford, Whitney, and Fairford Railway, Blenheim and Woodstock branch line, and through trains from the north to the Southern Railway. All trains, locomotives, and or stopped at Oxford in one time or another, and for a while the rail line was known as Oxford General Rail Station, and this point of this was to distinguish it from the London and North Western Railway Oxford Rugby Road terminus of the Varsity Line to Cambridge, which was officially adjacent and was under joint management in 1933. Now, as you can see, my train is just long gone out there. You could just barely see it departing. This is probably the longest time I've had it depart. Don't know when the next train will come over, but I think we should probably hop into my engine just in case, because I don't want to accidentally miss Langley. I don't know if I'm still late. I am late. Yep, I'm about 5-10 minutes late. So we have 7 more station stops before we're officially like 20 minutes late to London Paddington, but that is okay, right? Because we are just going to zoom along and have a great time with each other, right? So Oxford, when it was originally called Oxford General, or for a period of time known as Oxford General Station, by 1951, the British Railways closed Rugby Road Station to Paddington and transferred all of its services over to Oxford Station. South of the station, immediately west of the railroad tracks, is Osney Cemetery, which was established in 1848, just before the current station site. Nearby is the site of the former Osney Abbey, so you can actually see some interesting features that exist out there. Yes, you might be driving along rail line that passes through cemeteries and whatnot. This actually happens in my own neighborhood per se. There's actually Amtrak will go through, and there's a cemetery that you can actually see off the line of Amtrak, and so it is not something that, you know, that you just don't see. It's something that does occur on a regular basis. I mean, you got to put people somewhere. They just can't go anywhere. Sometimes next to a railroad track's the place to be, especially if you really like railroads. In 2009, it was announced that Oxford Station would be expanded. 10 million joint development project between Network Rail, Oxfordshire Council would create a new platform on the part of the station's long stay car park. The new platform south of platform 1 would allow trains to arrive and depart from the same track and reduce the need for empty trains to be shunted around the station. In 2009, originally what was happening is trains would just sit outside the station waiting for a platform to be available, kind of like what was happening for me in some of these missions where I just get redlined by a bunch of red lights and I just can't even get to my station. I'm kind of far away from the station. I do want to speed up, but I don't want to speed up. Where's the station? It's like all in the dark. What's going on with Langley Station, folks? Langley Station is just absolutely, there's the light. Okay, it's popping in. Maybe it's the graphics setting I'm working with, but the graphics setting keeping my PC cool. We're staying under 100 for the hotspot, and we're staying about 85 for the main GPU. This is why I'm kind of like, if I get a better GPU, maybe it'll be more efficient, use less power, and just, you know, be cooler overall. I seem to have made up some time. It's 1800 now, and it's 1756 when I was supposed to be here. So I think I made up a minute or so that's kind of a good thing. Whatever I did there, good job me, right? I've done it. I've done it somehow. All right, anyway, so 24 yards. Let's go ahead and stop in this particular station and get people off and and get our new folks on board, and we'll just continue on to our next station stop. I actually can't wait till the last network turbo mission. It's going to be kind of fun because then I can be like, yes, we're finally done with these slow network turbos. I can't wait for the last 2 HST missions because then I'll be like, yes, we're finally done with these 2 fast missions. And the last of the sheds, that's probably the only one I'm going to miss because I personally like driving freights. With that said, I am going to do a little bit something with the the CXX GP40s. I'm going to do a little something with that particular mission now that I've got that on board. I don't believe it opens up any like extra mission per se, but I'll probably drive maybe a couple timetables using the GP40s just in case anybody wants to know how to ride one. And from there, I'll move on more than likely to the Rapid Transit mission. Rapid Transit is arriving in Germany, and I've been learning slowly about PDB and LDB and all of the wonderful 1500 megahertz magnets and how it'll just shut you down every time. Oh, and TIFA. TIFA, by the way, is pretty similar to pressing Q. Very different if you work on the UK rail, very similar to American rail. For TIFA, what is going to be different is going to be the magnets and trying to recognize the magnet. Now, the magnets are probably going to be pretty similar to UK rail, so hopefully with my experience driving American rail and my experience driving UK rail, I can drive German rail without getting screwed over mission after mission. Next stop is Iver. Guys, I feel absolutely stupid that I have to keep the window wipers on because there's no snow because I've screwed up the mission somehow and it's just going to be completely sunny forever. What is up with that? Maybe next time I do this and before I start a mission, maybe I'll just start a mission, take a picture, and then kill the mission and start the mission over again. I don't know. We'll see. But I know the other one at least has some snow, so at least this will create some variety between the 2 missions, so that'll be fair. I can work with that. Anyhow, getting back to Oxford Station and new covered footbridge. Hopefully that has finally gotten built. Will be built over Boxley Road to link the station building with the new platform. This will be replacing the existing footbridge to the car park. The new platform was supposed to be brought into use in 2011 and was supposed to be part of the City and Council's West End Area Action Plan for the western part of the city center, which, believe it or not, considered all of the railroad projects as the Evergreen 3 and Paddington Oxford electrification. Who knew that's actually a thing and is actually part of the system? Chiltern Railways, not Turn Railways, has raised the possibility of developing a service between Oxford and the Cowley branch line. So what does that mean, folks? It means in August 2008, Chiltern Railways announced Project Evergreen 3. This was a proposal to construct a quarter-mile chord. What is a chord? What do you guys measure in the UK? You measure in chains and cords and feet and pounds. What the heck, man? I mean, why didn't we incorporate some of this? We only just kept the miles and the foots. That's pretty much all we kept. Everything else we just moved to metric. Okay, I'm just not getting there, folks. I'm just gonna have to coast. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna work it out. Anyways, the quarter-mile chord between the Oxford to Bicester line and the Chiltern main line to allow for the new Oxford London Marylebone service to run via Bicester Village and High Wycombe. Work began in 2014. The project, which concluded the reinstatement of double track between Bicester and Oxford, were completed in 2015. As far as the new station at Oxford Parkway and the services from here to Bicester and Marylebone. Oh my god, I cannot stop. My train is not wanting to stop. There we go. I gotta stop moving my mouth and doing other things with it. But yeah, nice thing about Networker Turbo, even though we couldn't stop there for just a second, we can definitely stop here and it will be just fine. Now I'm going to be coasting a little slow and rolling in. I love these buildings. They kind of remind me of Spanish style buildings. They're actually kind of cool and I wish we could see more of them, but I get it. This is a Great Western Railway, not Mexico, right, where we can see Spanish rail, or even Spain where we can see Spanish rail. So let's go ahead and make our full stop, and we are in it to complete it. There we go. Unlock the left doors, let these people out. Welcome to Iver, folks, as the wonderful sign says there. Alrighty, folks, locking our left doors, and let's continue on to West Drayton. West Drayton is our next station stop here. For folks enjoying the ride, I do appreciate you liking, subscribing, leaving me comments. Every little bit helps, every little bit counts, and it's really good that you guys are giving me some time to, share videos with you guys and watch some of this. Yeah, the more you guys are able to get into, the closer I get to that wonderful, magical 4,000 watch hours, you know what I mean? And once I get that, and once I get the full 1,000 subscribers, everything's gonna be awesome going forward, and we can finally skyrocket up into the moon, right? It's been a wonderful journey, honestly. I started way back in the day, and it's just trying to get subscribers when you're like a new YouTuber, it's exceedingly difficult, but all it takes is one person to go, hey dude, I'm gonna subscribe to you, you cool. And of course, you've got to ask your friends. You got to say, hey, friends, I'm doing this thing. Would you subscribe to me? And that's kind of how the ball gets rolling. Once that first person subscribes, you got everybody else rolling down the pipe, and everybody else can start to subscribe after that. So it's been a fun journey. With that said, Networker Rail completed the final stages of the infrastructure work in the Wolvercote Tunnel and the Pear Tree areas by September 2016. Short-term railways began services from Oxford to Oxford Parkway in 2016 as well by December. The short-term route out of Oxford is shared with the western section of East West Rail, which essentially reuses part of the historic Varsity Line route between Oxford and Cambridge. The initial services there are planned to commence in 2025. Yes, the very first thing I've said that had nothing to do with the past. Yeah, it's going to be calling in at Winslow, Bletchley, and then Milton Keynes Central or Bedford. They're not sure if they're going to go Bedford or Milton Keynes Central. If they do Milton Keynes Central, you might be able to connect to the other part of the line with the Pandolino, I believe it is. Extension to the Cambridge, it's eventually planned, but not yet scheduled. And as for service, the Great Western Railway runs 2 very fast trains per hour to London Paddington via Reading and 2 stopping services to Didcot Parkway. This is what makes me wonder, how is it getting to Oxford itself? The stopping trains actually originate at Oxford. Why am I stopping so much? Come on, I'm not there yet. A small number come from Banbury. However, the fast trains continue to and from Worcester and Hereford, so it's more like they're just blowing on through. September 2024, which was just last month, the Great Western Express or the Great Western Railway commenced a Saturday-only direct service to Bristol via Swindon and Bath Spa, or Bath Spa, I believe is what it would be pronounced as. Short-term railways run 2 trains per hour to London Marylebone and via High Wycombe, which is slower than the fast Great Western Railway services to Paddington. Short-term railways also provide a limited peak hour service to Stratford upon Avon. Cross country run trains twice per hour to Reading, of which one of those trains per hour continues to Bournemouth. These trains come from Manchester Piccadilly and Newcastle via Birmingham New Street. Where do you guys come up with these names? It's beyond me. Bournemouth. What kind of a name is that? Why is that name in existence? I don't even know. It's a UK thing, folks. It's a UK thing. With that said, we are now stopping at West Drayton. I'm feeling like I'm going too fast, so let's go throttle 3 or brake 3 to get me to stop right on time where I need to stop. Network Turbo, you're here to stop with me. This is great. I love this. Let's go ahead and make my full stop. Unlock the left doors, and I almost just want to take one more picture just with this train making a complete stop as well. Guys, this is hilarious. There's no driver in there. How are they even stopping this train with no driver? That's just insane, man. Guys, I'm going to try this. This is actually kind of cool. You can take a picture from inside the train. Doesn't that look cool? It's not a cool picture. I don't know if I like it, but it's kind of a cool picture. I would love to get the glare out of the way. Look at that. That is epic. That's just an epic picture right there. Now I just want that lady to turn her head, and I think we got a good picture going right after that. This is really cool. What a great way to take a picture. I didn't think about doing this before. Yes, that's perfect, lady. You did it. You are now the star of the show. With that said, we're going to be locking our doors here. I think where are we? We're at West Drayton now. That's right, West Drayton. Because the sign says so right there. I can't see the sign. Throttle up to throttle 7. Up next is, what is it? Is it Hayes Harlington? I don't think it's Hayes Harlington. Oh, it is Hayes Harlington. Oh my god, I got that right. I can't believe it. I'm finally learning destination. It only took 30 something visits on a train to do this and figure stuff out. So I know we got Hayes Harlington. We got to make a stop at Southall, which is up next, and then Ealing Broadway, and finally London Paddington. So we're almost there, folks. We're almost at the end of our line. Most of the line, unfortunately, is the last 7 stops here. The beginning line was super easy, so more than likely the flip of this is going to be about the same, where we're going to have probably a couple stops in the beginning of this stuff here, and then we're just going to zoom on down, then do 7 stops to the end. Who knows? With that said, in the back half of this episode here, I think we should be talking about Oxford Parkway Railway Station. I've been mentioning this quite a few times, but I haven't actually talked about what it is or where it is. Oxford Parkway Railway Station, it is located at Water-Eaton, Oxfordshire, on the Oxford-Bicester line. There's full regular weekday services, and this has begun around 2015, right about the time this mission has been happening. The first passengers officially traveled the previous day on a Sunday timetable. The station, which name was changed in September of 2013 from the provisional Water-Eaton Parkway. This lies currently between Kidlington and Oxford, right beside the existing Water-Eaton. I want to drive this one right here. This freight line, this class 66, I want to drive that. Why can't I drive this? I looked in the last mission and it's not even that. And it pisses me off that I've been duped. I've been seeing this line driving around all over the place, but I'm not allowed to drive with those coal cars. What the heck, man? Water-Eaton Parkway lies between Kidlington and Oxford, between the existing Water-Eaton Park and Ride site. It serves Kidlington, North Oxford, and nearby villages. The station forms part of a multimodal transport interchange node connecting travelers by bus, cycle, on foot, and cars with railway transport. Don't expect to find this in America because we don't really do these multimodal transports except for in big cities. And even in big cities, sometimes the networking isn't all that great. With that said, it's intended to attract park and ride traffic from the busy A34, A40, and A44 roads. Again, in America, you won't really see this. You probably have to travel to a rail station that isn't quite conveniently located in the network center of a city, which is very interesting. However, with that said, we do have light rail lines, which is probably as similar as this network or turbo, that will go down to the city centers, and that will probably connect to the main line of railway. So take me, for example. We used to have a station here for Amtrak years ago, and we no longer have a station for Amtrak. So good luck me, I get to travel like, I don't know, 30 minutes, an hour away just to go to a railway station, just to get to a train where I could have just gone down the road like by 10 minutes and get my railway station. So I hope one day Amtrak brings back that station and can be used again. But again, we probably need way more people in town to make that work so we can actually have a station that's functional that people will want to use for Amtrak. Why does it feel like I'm speeding up rather than slowing down? No. We need to, no. Stop, train. You are trying to stop. There we go. Stop. Unlock left doors. Thank you. Ha. Perfect. Good. We got it. Ha. Yay. Objective completed. 155 AP. I'm just getting like no AP for any more here for any of the stops. Last good stop I had was way back in the beginning where I got 250. Not anymore, folks. Not anymore. Alrighty. Locking left doors. Let's head on out. We're about 6 minutes late, which isn't honestly too bad. Our next stop is, what is it? Hayes Harlington, Ealing Broadway. No, Southall is next. Oh my God. I've already screwed up. Anyway, Southall's up next in 1.8 miles. And again, the Oxford Station, Oxford Parkway Station, that one was officially started in 2016. Unlike Oxford Station itself, which was started in the 1800s, again, Oxford Parkway is the station that was part of the Project Evergreen 3 project and was funded and managed by Chiltern Railways. Chiltern Railways opened the station in 2015 for trains toward Bicester and London Marylebone. I believe I said this earlier, with actual services to Oxford Railway Station itself, the one that was built in the 1800s. Believe it or not, locals objected to the extra noise that would be caused by the Oxford Parkway Station serving lines to the Oxford Station. That resolved itself, and the locals are now not able to complain anymore as the trains are officially on the line with hopefully less noise than there is now. Network Rail completed the final track upgrades on this line in 2016, allowing driver training runs on the line ahead of the inauguration of new services by December of 2016. The East-West Rail Consortium planned rail service between Oxford and Milton Keynes Central and Bedford Midland will also serve Oxford Parkway. The station officially is on the site of the Buckinghamshire Railway's temporary Oxford Banbury Road terminus. This was in operation in 1850 to 1851 and is officially northeast of the site of the former Oxford Road halt, which was in 1905 to 1926. There is more to come with this, but first we are going to stop in Southall because I don't want to miss my station stop. Folks, these final station stops are kind of painful. I know London Paddington is going to be horribly painful trying to drive into London Paddington, but what can you say? Yeah, so London Paddington is going to be horribly painful because it's just a slow ride into it. It's about as slow as this. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we're going to just make do with our last final station. Southall is here. Let's go ahead and make our full official stop at Southall. All these folks are waiting to get to the rest of the way to London Paddington. With the fact that we have no snow, everybody's dressed appropriately for this weather, so I got no complaints, at least not today. And final approach, we can finally unlock the left doors and shut off our engine. There we go. Perfect. Yay, we did it. Unlock the doors. I already unlocked the doors. Well, fine. We'll unlock them again and do it a second time. Let's go ahead and get these passengers loaded up. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I could record back-to-back episodes. I'm probably not going to do that today because I've got two meetings coming up, one at noon and one at about 1:30, and I got to make sure I'm on those calls for sure because I've got some folks to talk to. And actually, it's still breakfast time for me, so after I finish this episode, breakfast is served. That's all I got to say, right? I'm actually enjoying the fact that at least on my days off, I can record this before breakfast and then get my day going right after, and it's actually working out pretty decently. I think I'm just gonna kind of try my best to keep that going forward, at least until I go out of town and stuff. That'll be a different story when that happens. Let's lock our doors and finally head off to Ealing Broadway. Ealing Broadway is next. That will be our second to last station stop, and then London Paddington will be our final station stop. Let's see how far we have to go. 3.4 miles. Beautiful, beautiful, folks. In 1942, in Oxford Parkway Station, a government grain silo was officially built next to the site as part of a Second World War network to concentrate scarce food resources and distribute the food real easily by rail. It was in use all the way till 1980. By 1980 was when they discontinued that, but in 2013, Chiltern Railways had demolished the grain silo as part of its site preparation for the new station and car park. Reminder here, folks, Oxford Parkway was known as Water Eaton. The park and ride is officially adjacent to the station with bus services to Central Oxford. Oxford Parkway Station is really interesting because not only does it connect to a park and ride, not only does it connect to the London Oxford Airport or even buses to Central Oxford, there are actually services that will take you to Haddington Hospital. It's Monday to Friday only. So it's really kind of cool. If you happen to work at Haddington Hospital, take the train and you get lucky. There is no official ticket office in Oxford Parkway. If you happen to go there, you're going to have a ticket station. I'm so used to that in America. We get ticket station these days for just about everything. There is an information desk, however, so someone apparently staffs the information desk. And of course, if you need to use the restroom or if you need refreshments, you've got that available on site. Lucky us. So again, with that grain silo, this followed a pattern common to other wartime silos where they had used the site of two banks of 7-story high cylindrical reinforced concrete silos side by side with the space in between them filled by a brick access shaft. Right, in the shaft there were associated grain handling machinery and 2 grain dryers which extended the full height of the building. It was built originally in the 1940s and again closed in the 1980s, after which the yard surrounding it was used by several local businesses including a pet food supplier and a car breaker service. Oh my god, no! I passed the single danger, what the heck? Oh my god, I killed my mission. Oh my god, right at the end, folks. What the heck? No. Well, good news. We're back into this. I get to drive this whole hour-long mission again. Boo. I was almost there. Actually, wait, that's not true. I don't have to replay it. I can go back. Wait. Go back. Exit main menu. Bingo. Resume journey. Let's hope it's the right one. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Oh no, I'm at the beginning. Wait, where's my save game? Resume last play, that's it. Resume last play, that's the one I want. Oh my gosh, let's try this again. Please be the save game. Please be the save game. I screwed up my game because I saved it, and maybe I'll get the snow back. Yay, the snow. No, it's not. Now it's just raining. Whatever. Well, we're loading passengers. Where are we? Hayes Harlington. Look at that. Yay, I'm not that far off. We're going to meet you back in Ealing Broadway. I'll be to you in a few minutes. Well, I have to come back to this for just a second. I want to share something with you guys. Not only is it raining and not snowing, it's actually thunder and lightning out there. It's actually kind of cool. They actually have thunder and lightning. Oh my god, I missed it again. Well, anyway, right in front of me is thunder and lightning, so I'm going to try to capture this somehow on camera if I can, because it was just like an awesome thing. So I'm not going to touch photo mode as much as I'm going to take a photo of the thunder and lightning, which would be really cool to have. It's just not doing it for me. Anyhow, there's the lightning. I saw it finally. One flash of lightning. Good. So we'll meet you guys over in Ealing Broadway. I think that's where I left off. All right, guys, I have just saved the game. We are leaving Southall. We're headed to Ealing Broadway. I looked up ahead and I can't figure out what's going on. So there's a yellow light up ahead, followed by a red, followed by a second red, but no train up ahead, so I can't figure out what the deal is. Something is impeding my train, and I didn't see it because I was busy like trying to tell you all about Oxford Parkway Station, but then I got all distracted and I'm like, oh, and then the thing happened. What I was doing, I was looking at something, I was like, I'm trying to understand what I was looking at here, and it turned out I got screwed over, and you can see it here already in my gauge here. I went from this green to a yellow, and it's supposed to be a double yellow, or maybe a single yellow, double yellow, then red. But what happened here? I don't exactly understand what exactly happened circumstance-wise. There's the first AWS. I got one AWS just before. Wow, that was bright. This single right here, this one is green. This should be a yellow single. This is why I didn't slow down in time, and I didn't see what had happened. All right, folks, so here's our first double yellow. Double yellow basically says to slow down. This is essentially how these singles work. Green, double yellow, and then the next one is, of course, yellow, and you get an you get the wonderful AWS warning every time you get kind of close to that light, and it gives you a little single that says basically beep, beep, beep. But there's that red. That's the red I passed right through. So with that said, we got to slow down our train. The idea as a train engineer, you should be slowing down your train anyways, not just automatically just defaulting to a stop. A lot of train operators just kind of go, oh, yellow, whatever, we can just ignore that. They just push on through, and what happened to me happened to them. Although I was distracted, they probably weren't as distracted. So with that said, let's go ahead and go train break 1. I might have to contact the signaler. I might have to let them know it's raining right now. It could be any reason we have to come to a complete stop here, and I'm just gonna have to slow down a little bit more because we're not slowing down enough for my own taste. I don't need to go through that single at danger yet again twice, but I did save it this time just before I left Southall. Because when you look up ahead, oh, there he is. He just appeared out of existence. Where did you come from? Oh, you must have came from this track here. I get it. Okay, you must have came from this track right here. That's probably what did it. Because you would have merged onto here and then eventually somewhere up ahead. Oh, that is you. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, we gotta get back in my train and beat that because I know it's happening. All we have to do is just paste that network or turbo in front of us, and I think we'll be all right for our rest of our road to Ealing Broadway. Yeah, I checked ahead. He's going to be stopping at Ealing Broadway, so we're going to have to wait at least 2 minutes. So one way or another, we're going to come to a complete stop at the red light, and then we're going to wait on Ealing Broadway and then push forward after that. All right, folks, on the yellow line, get umbrellas. Everybody, I'm honking at you to get you umbrellas. That's the idea. It's raining out here, folks. So what I don't do enough of is I don't get into a habit of saving my game very often. I do the same thing with Word documents. I write a whole like 10 pages, and then I realize I lost my document and I get screwed over. Thank God for auto recovery, but Train Sim World doesn't have auto recovery features, so I get screwed over if I didn't save my game. But yeah, so with that said, I'm gonna probably have to start getting into the habit of like every time I hit an objective marker, going out and saving my game, right? Going out and saving my game so I don't just get screwed over by crashes, or I get screwed over by going through a single without danger, and I can at least reload my game and continue forward. Or even just going through the light, even at this point at 16 miles an hour, I could totally see myself doing something like that. Oh, it turned red there. Look at that. So I think he's finally moving off the road, and we can finally come to a stop. Let's hope for the best. There we go. Okay, good. We can just roll right into the station, I believe. I actually absolutely love the fact that when you go into a tunnel, the rain stops. So you would think the rain would kind of continue, but the rain, oh, actually, that right there it did, just for a second there. But just that's the way Train Sim World tends to work in the early days. You get graphic glitches like that, but you know, it actually stopped. It's really cool that it happened. Yeah, so with me taking my time going into Ealing Broadway, this will be very helpful because that will push that other networker turbo out of my way, and he could just zoom on. I'm already, what is it? Golly, 10 minutes late. This is probably the reason for why that networker turbo is there, kind of pacing me in front of me. All right, let's go ahead and stop here. I don't know how many people want to get off here in the rain. If you guys don't want to get off of the rain, stay on the road, head over to London Paddington. While you're on the train, definitely like, subscribe, leave me comments, and of course, let's continue the road the rest of the way over. Oh my God, they cannot make a full stop. That's just insane. 12 yards and they cannot stop. Jeez. Okay, let's go ahead and stop, unlock the doors. This will be good enough. I can deal with that. We finally passed our AP score at 10,550 something or another. That networker turbo that's up ahead, he decided to stop at Action Main Line. How do I know this is Action Main Line? Because it says so right there. Yep. Yay. Stop arrived at instruction. Good job. So we gotta wait for him to move, at least until I can move, and then he'll be going to London Paddington, and hopefully he'll be transferring platforms as well and just get out of my way. With that said, let's go ahead and lock the doors and head out of Ealing Broadway here and make our final destination stop to London Paddington. That double yellow up ahead has not changed to green, so we're probably going to be hitting a bunch of AWSs for the next 5 miles of this train trip. What I will probably do is skip ahead a little bit as I go along. If I run into trouble, oh, I probably should hit the save button. Speaking of trouble, there we go. So that way, at least if I have to start over, I can start over here at Ealing Broadway, not start over 4 stations back. Yeah, it's not going to happen. We're going to have to stop. I hope I don't have to. Oh, there we go. Yep, yay. I could keep moving. Okay, so that means we got another red at Action Main Line. Once he kind of gets some speed and outpaces me, I think it'll be a little bit better. But in the meantime, we're kind of screwed. So this is where I'm like, do I keep this part in? Do I cut this part out? Because I'm trying to go really fast, but I'm getting cut down. I'm going slow. What can I say? I'm getting a bunch of AWSs along the way and some really cool lightning images. That's amazing. So here's the irony, folks. I got to do 50 anyway, so I'm already going to be dropping speed anyhow once I go through Action Main Line. So it's not a big deal per se. I can at least try to make my 50-mile-an-hour zone. and kind of just speed up my train enough to kind of blaze through that, then I guess what I could just do from here is just cut the throttle and just coast the rest of the way, at least until I get to hopefully something that looks a little bit more green than I'm getting now. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Folks, I'm trying to take advantage of the speed limit while I can and try to, overspeed a little bit and rush through these yellows as much as I can, but I'm just getting so many AWSs. It's amazing how many AWSs there are just because I got yellow after yellow after yellow, and what I'm trying to do is pace the network or turbo in front of me in a way where I don't have to stop my train. That's the idea behind it, but I don't see myself doing that anytime soon. It just doesn't seem like it's gonna work, and I'm probably gonna, oh, there it goes. Yeah, I did it again. Cool. All right, so far so good. I've been able to pace this network or turbo for a while now, just all yellows primarily, no stops. I'm very happy about that. I am just a little under 50 miles an hour, which is exactly what I want to be in. I know I have another speedometer change coming up pretty soon, and about 2 miles to go to Paddington itself. And there it is, my 40 mile an hour zone coming up, and so that would be a good time just to kind of coast the rest of the way and just let my train drop off. I do have one red up ahead, which kind of sucks, and I think I'm probably gonna have to stop for that red. I think I'm gonna have to stop for the red. Oh, it just barely turned yellow. That was epic. Okay, good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Full throttle. I almost had to stop for that one. I didn't have to do it. This is good. Well, the irony is it's raining here, and the fact that it's raining, my GPU actually is colder in the rain than it is in the sun. So weird. It must have to do with the skybox. We're gonna get stuck with this one. Come on, Networker Turbo, keep going. He's probably already going 25 and he's in my way. More than likely, he's going to the platform next to me rather than the platform that I'm in. Yeah, he's exactly on the same path that I'm in, and hopefully he'll be transferring right about here. I don't know if we're gonna see it because I have an AWS I have to hit at some point here, but yeah, let's see if this should be the guy that should be transferring tracks right about here. Transfer tracks. No, it's not transferring tracks. Whatever. Then he must be transferring up here. With that said, let's coast our way to 40, and then our yellow, which is what the AWS I was waiting for, but I guess it didn't happen. There it is. That's the AWS I was looking for. Final stop coming up in 1 mile to London Paddington. We are making good progress. As usual, if you liked this episode, definitely like, subscribe, leave me comments, and again, I've reached 900 subscribers. Huge thank you to every single one of you for taking the time to subscribe to me for this video, for other videos. It's just really great to have, cool fan base that's willing to be on board with me on this journey. I really appreciate you all for watching, and my goal now is to hit not only the 1,000 subscriber mark, but I really want to hit that watch time of 4,000 watch hours. I had it one time before I had left for school. I was like 6,000, 8,000 watch time hours, and then I went to school. I stopped doing it for about a year, and that whole year basically screwed my watch time hours. I went all the way down to 300 watch time hours after that, and now it's been a whole year of rebuilding my watch time hours. Anything you could do to binge watch my episode, anything you could do to binge watch Trains and World, play it in the background, whatever you want to do, anything you could do to help me, any way you want to support, that would be wonderful. I would appreciate each and every one of their support. With that said, our final stop is in 300 feet, so we should be hopefully going to an end terminus without that Networker Turbo, and in fact, with this stop, we should be able to see the Networker Turbo itself, so this is going to be kind of fantastic to kind of catch up to him, just see where exactly parked. There he is. He parked right next to me on the opposite platform. This looks like platform 11. Oh wait, never mind. He went to that platform. I thought he was going to this one. Well, cool. I get to go to the platform right next to him. How exciting. Let's go ahead and drop down to at least 10 miles an hour. I would appreciate that a little bit more so I can kind of coast a little bit all the way to the end. And I believe we have to unload passengers, and then we can finally see our friend's score, which is pushing 13,000. This was a fun episode to drive. This one I appreciated. It had some variety, partly because of photo modes killing the snow that started in the beginning. Where the thunder and lightning came from after I reloaded, I have no idea. I kind of want to reload the game 3 more times just to see what's different in the game, Yeah, with that, we have 30 yards and final stop coming up. I don't know if I want to stop any earlier because you can see 32 yards is the single, so we don't want to accidentally pass the single. This lady's here to be on the train that's now what? Golly, we are extremely late. That's all I gotta say. But actually, the Networker Turbo next to me, you can kind of see where the good stopping point is. I'm not gonna risk that and kill my game by going any closer than him. So all we gotta do is just get everybody off the train, and we can call it a day. I love my spiffy suit. I wonder if they'll ever upgrade this to where we can add some extra cool clothes. I like the suit more than just the everyday outfit that the folks here normally wear. This train, by the way, had no driver apparently. Who knows where they went? Are you the driver? Probably not. Wow, look at the station. There's so many people here. Everybody's waiting to go places. Nobody's getting on the train because there's no train, just me. That is it. There is no train in London Paddington. What the heck? This is the least busiest I've ever seen London Paddington. All the trains are gone. This is why there's nobody here. It's really just me and the network turbo next to me. And is there anything over here? Sometimes there's like another. Oh wait, can I actually go up the stairs? Where did this go? Oh, you won't let me up the stairs. That dumb. I could go to the upper platform. You won't let me go. What's it? What is this upper platform? Let me in the upper platform. Look at this. There's an upper platform that goes right to the street. That's cool. I didn't know that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn on the DRA. Let's turn that on before we end the mission. Lock and door. DRA is on. Everything is good. We are officially stopped. And let's see our final score. No speeding. Yay, I did it. No speeding. No wipers in the rain. I was really worried about turning those wipers off for that reason alone. 13,493. Again, like, subscribe, leave me comments, and we will catch you for the next one. I believe the next one is officially not the HST, the Class 66, and then the HST, one more networker turbo, and then finally the last HST. I believe that's how it goes. We'll see you soon. Have a wonderful weekend, folks, and bye for now. I know you all at home probably can't see a lot out the main window there. You probably can't see anything out the side windows because this is ridiculously dark. In fact, I cannot even see where the heck my cab lights are. There's my desk light. So let's turn on those cab lights because it's not going to matter very much because somehow it is getting darker at 4:19 in the morning rather than getting